Hello and welcome to Dogs Unleashed from the Golden Retriever channel. My name's Brian and I'm with our resident canine expert, Beth. How's January going so far?
Great, Brian. Very well. How about you?
So far, so good. We have some New Year's resolutions for you today. But first, Beth, I thought it might be a good idea to start with some general thoughts on our relationships with our dogs.
Well, interesting thing. When you talk with your dog, remember one thing. Your dog can't talk and your dog can't understand many words. So most of your communication is going to be nonverbal. They watch your body language. They listen to the tone of your words. And they try to get a great deal of information out of that. So remember, their speaking skills aren't great and our listening skills, they can be better. So remember where your feet are, remember where your hands are, and use them to help your dog. We'll get into this more later, but it's actually something incredibly useful.
So when it comes to talking to your dog, just use the odd word, not a sentence. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly.
So I think you have 3 New Year's resolutions for us. Resolution number 1.
Well, resolution number 1 is a simple one. Many people believe that their dogs want to make their own choices and want to run their own lives, or at least do what they choose to. Couldn't be further from the truth. If you give your dog a structured life, they thrive if things are defined, if you're consistent with them, and if they know what the boundaries or the rules of the house are. To understand makes their life a million times easier, and yours too. So expect them to be followed, give them a daily routine, get your end right, and your dog will be happy. It takes a little bit of work, fulfill their needs, food twice a day, get them out, get them the play that they need. And remember, the exercise has to be breed correct or breed specific. And always give them quality time. And just remember, the backyard is never a substitute for exercise. Watch and learn when your dog starts to work with you. And watch their head, watch their feet. If your dog is indoors and you don't want them to jump at somebody, watch their feet. As soon as their feet start to move, say sit. And say it like you mean it, which means you have to work on your obedience command. And the same goes with where their heads are pointing. Look at what they're looking at, and you can learn a lot about your dog's intentions. So sit and focus on what they're doing, and you will learn a great deal.
So the word sit means focus on me. That's number 1. Establish house rules and give your dog a structured routine. How about resolution number 2?
Resolution number 2 is cars. And cars are a source of great fun because they get you to fun places and interesting outings and meeting new people. They can also be the source of enormous headaches if you and your dog, again, don't have a clear routine. Getting in and out of the car, that's where the problems come. People are there, they're excited, new places, new situations. They anticipate fun is going to be had. And their manners go right down the drain in many cases. So how to solve it is simple, and it's a safety issue for you. I have actually fractured my collarbone when I made an error getting one of my dogs out of the car because I didn't follow his routine. I was not doing what he was used to, and I'm on crutches. So if things are unsteady, they're going to get really unsteady fast. Be careful. There are other people that I know that are Golden Retriever channel followers who have been badly injured by their dogs. Dogs are just excited, and you need to learn how to control that energy. So take a look at your car before you go out. Where does your dog sit? Visualize what a safe routine would look like getting in and out of the car. What gets you away from any safety hazards that the car may have. And over the winter, basic obedience needs a brush up. 5 minutes a day, go over one skill at a time. The skills specifically should be what it takes to get your dog in and out of the car. So turn it into a dance. Getting your dog in and out of the car should be exactly that. And when I made the error that cost me a collarbone fracture, I wasn't dancing. So remember that. It leads to successful outings. Practice this with your dog at home, and it will get easier, a lot easier. Your dog will learn to anticipate you and become your teammate. That's what really makes outings a great time and safe.
Sounds like you learnt a painful lesson there, and I have to put my hands up and say that in 14 and a quarter years with our dog, which we lost fairly recently, we never managed to get him to sit and stay in the car when the tailgate opened. And it might be in a busy car park, there might be traffic passing, and it really is an important resolution for the new year. So thank you for that. What about your third resolution, Beth?
Basically, this is simple. Keep your dog at a healthy weight. We have all been eating like crazy over the holidays and have a little bit of weight to lose. Your dog's weight is really important. It can lead to joint problems, health problems of all sorts. Vets say over the majority of problems they see have some basis in a dog being overweight if they are. So make sure your dog's at a healthy weight. Talk to your vet if you're not sure what that is. I posted a visual from Purina that gives you a view of different body types. Look for your dog's waist. If they don't have one, you might consider that diet is where you need to be, and it's a big one. And it's not hard to put your dog on a diet, it's just consistency again.
So is one of the watchwords there a bit like humans, avoid treats and snacks between meals? Because that's something that I know a lot of dog owners, a trap that we fall into.
Yeah, we do. And I was a table scraps giver until my second dog. And then I realized that it caused more problems than it helped. And once the dogs stop begging for food at the dinner table, it makes eating dinner nicer for you and it's safer for them. Human food has a lot of fat in it, and there is literally an epidemic of pancreatitis in dogs going around right now. So the smart play, just, call off the table scraps, maybe give them, a small biscuit after dinner if they have sat and behaved well. But the best is keep it healthy and make sure that you are being a responsible owner by helping your dog maintain a healthy weight and make them able to have the most fun possible.
I know only too well how difficult it is to turn down those big brown pleading eyes when they look at you to say, I haven't been fed for about 5 months. I must have some of your dinner. One little tip that I could add there is that you don't have to give them a dog treat or a bit of fatty human food. You could just give them a bit of raw carrot or maybe the top of a Brussels sprout or something. Exactly. And they will enjoy that just as much, and it's a good deal healthier.
Yep, it's a treat, period, and they're like, treats, okay, we're good with this. So think about that and remember that it affects your dog's ability to move if they're overweight. So make sure that you do have them at a healthy weight.
Okay, so 3 resolutions for the new year. Do you want to just summarize those again for us, Beth?
Sure. Just remember, most communication with your dog is nonverbal. Figure out what works for you, but watch their feet Watch their heads. That's the starting point for you to learn how to better give your dog commands, to better control them, have a better time with them. Give them a basic routine with clear rules and stick to them. Your dog will be much happier. Cars, again, safe routine, getting in and out, and practice it before you try it on the road. We are going to, at a later date, talk about emergency sit and emergency recall. I cannot tell you how important these things are. And one of them literally kept my dog Kai from walking onto a busy 4-lane highway after he got out of our car when he was 1. So this is an incredibly valuable thing. And last, make sure that your dog, your teammate, is having a terrific year with you. The two of you, if you work on these things, you're going to have a good year together.
So armed with those resolutions, we should have a great 2025. The important thing is to enjoy the year with your dog. Beth, any final thoughts?
Consistency is key. If you're consistent in giving commands, in how you want your dog to interact with you and others in the house, and how they get in and out of the car, pretty much anything, keep it consistent. Same thing, if you're a table scraps giver, try to wean them off of the table scraps. It's just safer for them. And otherwise, you've got a good time coming in 2025.
So that's it for now. Look out for more of our programs. And if you've got any great ideas of what you'd like to hear us talk about, do get in touch. I'll see you soon. And Beth, if any of our listeners would like to get in touch, how do they do that?
We will be dropping actually multiple polls, and we'd love to hear your thoughts on our polls as well as your ideas. You can find my accounts at Gold Retriever US on X and on Blue Sky. And there will be a link as well that you can check into, and just click on the link, leave us a message there at the top of the feed, and we look forward to hearing from you.
And just as a final note, we're both Golden Retriever people, but I would say this is equally open to people with dogs of any other breed. Is that right?
Absolutely. We are working on a new podcast, and that'll be a more general take care of your dogs podcast. So, yeah, we look forward to anyone's input.
That's great. Thank you very much for listening. I will see you very soon.
As will I. And thanks for your time. This is Beth with the Golden Retriever Channel.
Bye for now.